This is Shane, Hurricane Helms, inviting you to watch Rasslin Rage. That's Rasslin, Rasslin, Rage. And if not, what's up with that?
Oh!
It's going down.
This is Rasslin Rage.
It's going down.
This is Rasslin Rage.
Scream it out loud.
This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.
It's going down.
This is Rasslin Rage.
We're doing now.
This is Rasslin Rage.
Scream it out loud.
This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.
And now it's time for Rasslin Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
All right. Hello. Oh, wait.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can hear me. I told you, dude.
Yep,
I wasn't talking to my microphone. Quit telling me how to run the show. Quit telling me how to run the show.
Josh made me do it. Fired.
You're all fired. Everybody's fucking fired today. Anyways, sorry about the technical difficulties. YouTube, you bastards, changing shit on me. And then I gotta fuck around. All right, anyways, here we go.
Center yourself, young one.
Anyways, it's Sunday, August 8th at really, 8-ish. Right? 8-ish, right? And that means it is time for Rasslin Rage live right here on YouTube. I'm the host with the most, the boss man, and personal homeboy of the Dread King Logan, the amazing Dread King Logan at that, Cody Fleming. With me, as always, is the master of the mic, the enemy of all things nice, the real deal, heel Danny Beals. Now, last but never least, we have the big man himself, the 5-star flavor general, the leader of the White Boy Army, Josh Harper. And
Finally.
Wait a minute, if it sounds like I said the White Boy Army, it's the White Board Army. Just so we know. Let's clarify
I am
that.
the president of the White Boy Army.
Yeah, well, okay.
You know what? Finally. An entrance worthy of my status. Look, I went old school. Right from where it started for us, man.
Yeah.
Blue Water Championship Wrestling. All right. Listen. It's about time you learned, Cody. Look. With him doing his job, I think it's about time these people do their job. I said something earlier in the chat, in the Guru. That man was on it. All right. Listen. All right. I'm going to be calm. Okay. All right. Listen. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. All right. Hit the bell. Don't ring that stupid bell. To keep up with all the stuff that we're doing out here, everything that's going on the R2 YouTube channel.
Now, I mean, if we're talking about keeping up with everything that's going on in Rasslin Rage, I'd like to give you a big thank you to everyone that's been downloading on our podcast on Podbean. This week we hit a huge milestone because we now have over 1,000 downloads on Podbean in just a little over 5 months.
Thank you, guys.
For all of the love and support and everything that's going on. If you have not listened to us on Podbean yet, if you go down in the descriptions, you can find a link that'll take you to our Podbean, so that way you can download it and listen to us while you're mowing the lawn, chilling in the pool, or maybe keep up to date with what's going on in wrestling while you're on your way to a wrestling show. Now, part of the reason that we started doing Podbean is unlimited hosting, because we were on a different service and we kept hitting that limit too quick. Podbean has unlimited hosting. So if you are looking at starting your own podcast, we recommend using Podbean. And there's also a link below. You can click on that and you can get yourself a free month. So if you want to listen to us, there's a link below. If you want to try it for yourself, there's a link below.
So Zeke over here says we'd get 2,000 if we added his interview to Podbean. You know, that's the thing. I haven't added all the interviews yet because I just haven't had the time. I got a lot going on right now. So, but we'll get there. I promise. So I do want to say thank you to everybody for the love and support. And I want to add some other things in there. You know, we're over 700 subscribers on YouTube now. You know, some people that might not be a big deal, but to us that is a big deal because every subscriber is a win, right? And I would rather have 700 people that watches our content consistently than 700 people that doesn't watch a thing. You know what I mean? It just doesn't mean as much. We have over 60,000 views now with all of our video content on YouTube.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Our watch time is, consistent over the last 12 months, about 2,000 hours of watch time. So people watching our stuff, that's pretty good considering that we're only at 700 subscribers and what have you. So thank you guys again so much for, coming along for this ride, this journey, right? Because that's really what it is. It's really a journey. So I would like to also say that, if you're listening on Podbean or coming up to us to say hi or thank you or whatever, please, see us out, check us out, come out, say hi. I got some cards. I'll give them to you for free. Dude, I ain't charging nobody nothing. But I'd like to also thank our sponsors.
You're charging for his cards. Me and Danny will charge you $5 for one of his cards.
You're going to charge people $5 for one of my cards?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Where's
Wait till
my
we get
cut?
them with all three of us. $15, baby.
Where's my cut?
You're giving it away for free. So you get what you ask for.
Uh-huh.
You guys suck. Anyways, I'd like to thank our sponsors, BCWA and Happy Harper Ice Cream. BCWA is one of the finest family-friendly wrestling promotions in the Great Lakes State. You can follow BCWA on Facebook at GoBCWA or find them online on their website no, that's not at. It's just GoBCWA.com. Who put that in there? You're fired.
Not me.
Anyways, I can now wait for all of this to be over so I can get back to Copeland Center and see some new BCWA action. Until then, I have Happy Harper Ice Cream to keep me happy. Happy Harper Ice Cream is the best ice cream ever. And I will fight you about that. I will. I promise. Do you want to fight, Josh?
No, I'm good. Dude, you break bricks with your hand.
That's
Why would I want to put my bones in your way?
No comment. Anyways, you can find Happy Harper.
I was going to leave it alone.
You can find Happy Harper on Facebook at Happy Harper Ice Cream to see the list of over 40, man. That's a lot of flavors. 40 flavors of ice cream.
That's more than Baskin Robbins.
Dude, there's
Just
not
saying.
even that many flavors of crack.
Right?
I mean, really, like
Is there flavors of crack?
No, it's just crack. You can't.
Well,
I mean, they may have developed new shit over the days. I don't know. I mean, I've never been into the crack stuff, but
to be fair, Shogun is a flavor of crack, and Chocolate's a flavor of crack.
Dude, you put crack in there? Because I feel like you do.
For legal reasons, I will say no.
That is good. But listen, if you want to find out how to get your hands on some of one of those flavors, or 2 or 3 or all 40, he would be really busy that day. But listen, go over to their Facebook page, give it a like, follow, message them. And if he's going to a show that we're going to be at, or whatever, he's going to be at a show that you're going to be at, he will bring it with him. He brings it in a cooler. It keeps it cool. He waits till the end of the show. He gives it to you. And then we ride home.
There you go.
Back
Listen,
in the saddle again.
speaking of Podbean, I forgot to tell you about, Josh was talking about, he had a good idea for a podcast. He said he was stripping with Josh. And I told him, I said, listen, if he's going to strip, Podbean is the place to do it.
Is that the new equivalent of you got a face only radio could love?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're going to strip, Podbean is the place to do it.
Okay.
All right. Now, look. If you're here for the Tommy Vendetta Gold Main interview,
Oh, listen.
I'm sorry to tell you that you're a day too soon. Stuff happens. And if you followed us on the Facebook, you'd already know that. So really, it's your own fault, not ours. Shame on you. But what we do have tonight is the results from the shows this weekend. So enough with all this other crap. All right, let's get to it.
Okay, well, I do want to point out though, even though you're talking schmack with Goldmane here, he was the one that was ready for today. You know, the other guy wasn't so ready.
Hey, you know what? All I know is I'm here. That makes me more successful.
Oh, oh man.
One of us is sitting at home watching the show. One of us is here on the show.
Well, you'll find out in a minute that he's got some stuff that you don't when we come back. Wait, what are you telling me? You don't get along with Jeremiah Goldman, Guru? Come on. Can't we all just get along? Can't we all just get along? What show we at? What show is it?
What show right now? It's Rasslin Rage, dude. You should know that.
Oh man, listen, I'm not the one with Alzheimer's like that dude, man. I was talking about the show that we're talking about on the show that we're doing right now.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yes, that.
First up, we have Horror Slam's Undisclosed Location 11. That was from Trenton, Michigan. I mean, not really undisclosed now, but it's not.
I say now it's disclosed.
Right. But I mean, to be fair, what are you going to do? Call the cops and be like, hey, something happened yesterday. 24 Karat Lion Productions started the show with Jeremiah Goldman declaring he is going to lead by example and go for the title that 24 Karat Lion Productions has wanted but has been worried to attempt.
Ooh, that's crazy. Undisputed champion. Another guy we talk a lot about, Tommy Vendetta, defeated Jack Price and Zach Thomas by pinfall on Jack Price. Wow. So he's still the undisputed champion of Horror Slam Wrestling. So
there's one.
There's one. You're all right. It stayed there. It's good.
All right.
You all right?
Ready?
You all right?
I think I'm okay.
First round qualifying match for Pro Wrestling Reset title. Rick Cartier defeats Marcus the Monstar by pinfall. So old school over. Monster there. No titles. No titles. Josh, relax. Relax your face. Relax your face.
Title. It's a new title.
They're qualifying for it. Nobody won it yet.
Right.
I know, but like, you know when you're eating and you don't quite chew enough and you like swallow something too big and you get that knot that's right there and you think you're going to die. It's kind of like that right now. Just
because you just know they're going to change it. Don't when somebody wins.
All right. So here's this is okay.
Yeah. Next up, you had the Horror Slam Tag Team Champions, the Grey Wolves, defeat the Bulking Season and Tyreek Kaleem and the convict Brian Corville, known as the Reject Academy, by pinfall on Conville.
See, there's two. There's two that stayed.
Oh, my battery's gonna run out. That sucks.
There's two that stayed. All right.
All right. So
we're going good.
The second reset qualifying match, but Jay Maynard defeated Damian Chambers and Philip Black by pinfall on Mr. Black. So we got two qualifying matches so far. First winner would be Rick Cartier. Second winner would be Jay Maynard.
Mm-hmm. All right. Divine Women's Champion Jocelyn Navarro defeated Charlie Crawl by pinfall. Hey, Josh. Then after Jocelyn's match, Goldmane attacked her and declared himself the new Divine Women's Champion. Listen, your face right there, and him taking out this chick and getting the belt. I'm almost, man, I almost liked the guy for a minute.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. So the third reset championship qualifying match was
Is he okay?
Bitcoin Boy Mikey defeats Bitcoin Boy Eric and KC Jacobs by submission on KC.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Oh. Deathmatch Championship. New champion Aiden Blackheart defeats Chuck Stein and Peter B. Beautiful by referee stoppage as Chuck was beat unconscious.
So there's one that changed.
There's a change of a title.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
See, I was trying to be in the live chat so that way I didn't have to do that. You guys had to pull me over and make me pay attention to it. I'll survive.
Okay. All right, here we go.
We can do this.
We're getting towards the end here, okay?
All right.
All right. Finals for reset. Bitcoin Boy Mikey Montgomery defeated Jay Maynard and Rick Cartier by pinfall. So I guess that makes him the new champion by pinning Jay Maynard.
Does it though?
They said it was the finals.
Maybe it's the finals for the. We don't have the information to properly tell you if he is or is not the champion. So for the
Magic,
standing
let
up,
us
go
know, is this guy the champion or what?
But
Fine. No champion. We're all done with championship changes. For the main event, the Horseland Heavyweight Championship Street Fight, Chinstrap Jesus Kyle Burnett defeated Sadistic Sean Lawhorn by pinfall. Yeah, so he held on to his belt. I like it.
oh, finish.
Keep reading.
Not before referee Zeke kicked out Tommy Vendetta and Zach Thomas, and later kicked out Jeremiah out of the match. So there you go. He held on to it. We're all done.
Keep
Nope.
going.
Keep going.
But post-match, Briar Wellington appears with a reset briefcase
What the fuck is a reset briefcase? Okay.
and pins Chinstrap to become the new heavyweight champion. Ah! I blame this on you, Zeke. Blame
It's
this
your
on
fault. We're coming for you. Listen here. Where'd you go?
Oh,
you
you
made
left?
you made him so mad he left. What'd he do?
Zeke, this is on you, man.
Man, you
I've never
pissed him
seen Josh
off,
this
bro.
I've
Zeke.
said some crazy stuff about Josh, and he's never been this mad, bro.
You talk about. I mean, I've seen the Dread King take out one, Zeke, but man, I'll tell you, ooh,
Josh gonna shovel ice cream down his throat until he gets a bad ice cream headache.
Josh, are you all right?
You all right?
What'd you
I'm
do?
Good.
Did you break anything?
Maybe.
All right. Okay. All right.
Maybe a few things.
All right. Okay. All right. So, hold on. Before we move on to the next show, I got to get rid of this because, I'll do that, not paying attention. Next up, Total Chaos Wrestling's debut show. By the way, amazing show, by the way. First up, match number 1. Actually, there was a pre-match, and it wasn't listed on here. So we'll talk about that too. The Revolting Blob made his return. Did you see that? You remember that, Josh? Who was
yeah.
What was that gentleman's name?
I'm looking for it right now.
It was something Jake, I think. But anyways, that match took place on the pre-match, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we're waiting on that. The guru says that he'll give Tommy his due. He is awesome talent, no doubt. but not very bright if he's following around a snake oil salesman.
I mean,
He
I
said
guess that
it,
depends on who you talk to.
the gold digger is just using him for a meal ticket.
Did you find that guy's name yet?
Hillbilly Jake versus the Revolting Blob.
That's what I said. Hillbilly Jake. I knew it was Jake. I just didn't know what his moniker was. But yeah, so Hillbilly, that was in the beginning there, and Hillbilly Jake won that one. And then in the first actual match of the night, you had Tanner Nix. It started off with Tanner Nix versus El Ridiculoso.
That was a good match.
Right.
That was going fantastic.
Right. And then we had Goldbane just showed up with his hired hands. I don't know what they are, but he brought out Kyle Barrett and Rick Cartier and Big Daddy Gaddy.
Yeah.
So a lot of people.
Oh, crap.
A lot of people. So then we had a match between Tanner Nix and El Ridiculoso, and they got or not between them, but then they tag teamed and went against Kyle Barrett and Rick Cartier, and they win. They get the win, and people went nuts.
All right, next up, Jocelyn Navarro beat Miss Hannah and one of our favorites, Miss Shauna. Throw it up for Miss Shauna.
She was a bad guy. Yes, she was a bad person.
Now,
I love it that way. That's why she's so dear to my heart.
Yeah, but you know what though? Shauna Reed gave the win to Jocelyn Navarro, gave it to her.
both Navarro and Miss Hannah were both out, both by Shauna Reed's hand, and then Shauna took Jocelyn and just put her on top of Miss Hannah.
And walked out, left.
I might have to talk to Miss Shauna and find out what that's all about.
I'm telling you, man.
She was not a happy camper.
No, she wasn't. She was not exactly the nicest in the world.
Yeah. Now, if you're talking about not happy campers, Gio Bronco came out, and
never seen that guy before.
Big man.
Yeah, I've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before, but he came out and he was very confident that anyone that came out, he was going to be able to beat.
Yeah.
And then Soul Taker came out.
Yeah.
Oh, so we would never see him again then.
Well,
right, pretty much.
He lived, but barely.
Yeah.
Barely.
He was very unhappy because he did not know he would have to face someone like the Soul Taker. And
right.
He was very confident he was going to be able to win, and then
he said, "Why did you guys give me a zombie or something like that?" I remember him saying. He was quite upset.
He wanted to face a living person. He didn't know he was going to face a zombie, but that was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
All of these matches were freaking fantastic.
Right. Well, and then we have the fourth matchup of the night. Brings out one Mayor Freedom Ramsey. Nope, he's not going to do it. All right. I thought he was going to do the freedom, but he didn't. With
too late.
I had to wait.
Anyways, against FRG, and they had a match with somebody that we didn't know was going to be there, that I didn't know was going to be there, Sean Tyler. Okay. And Sean Tyler is kind of like, they were kind of attacked him, right? There was two other guys out there with Freedom Ramsey, and there was somebody unsuspectedly sitting off into the side. Who was that gentleman? Do you remember that guy? What was that guy's name?
Oh, I think it was Kevin Calloway, maybe?
I think it was Kevin Calloway.
So we got to see the Faceless?
Yeah, we got to see the Faceless.
TKW.
Yeah.
And that was fantastic to get the Faceless chance going. He came in there and helped out Sean Tyler. I mean, Sean Tyler lost the match, but he made sure to get an ass whooping on the other guys before they left. So,
Right.
I mean, is it really a win if you've got to be helped out of the ring? But Sean Tyler and Kevin Calloway back together as the Faceless, that was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Now, I was looking at the live feed.
You were enticed by
Joseph
my good looks.
Schwartz with Randy West made Ace Evans submit.
He did.
That's classic wrestling. He worked on that same leg the entire time.
Now listen,
He worked on it and worked on it and worked on it.
right now I like Ace Evans. Everybody knows that he's a good dude, good wrestler, whatever, cool. But I really like this Joseph Shorts. I know he's a bad guy, but my lord,
He
is
proved
he
himself
is a good bad guy? When I say
Hey,
that, he's
you know what,
really
though? If he
good
got
at what he
over on-
does.
If
What's
he
that?
got over on Ace, he's got to be good.
I mean,
But he got over on Ace by pooping his pants twice.
but listen,
Oh, he's the new shark.
He's the new shark. I think he's Shark's brother, actually.
listen.
Well, no, because Shark's just a shark. He full on.
I hate both of you, by the way. Anyways, it go. I really don't. I'm just joking. But Dan, you'll respect this though. When he came out, the music and everything, you didn't know if he was good or bad, right? And he had this way of you liked him, but then as the match went on, he just did certain things, and said there are certain things that made you not like him, even though you did like him. Like you would
That's
like him.
great.
I know you would like. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
sure I would.
Absolutely. And man, the guy was just, dude, I really enjoyed watching him work the crowd. It was awesome. It really was. It was a good show on that match specifically with Shorts.
And it, like I said, it was traditional wrestling. Like he worked the crowd. He made the people boo. He worked. Joint manipulation is something that you don't see enough in wrestling anymore. Everyone's
pretty good
going
at that.
for the big, huge, flashy moves. They're jumping off the top turnbuckle. They're not getting traditional holds in to work the joints and get someone to tap. How often do we really hear? I mean, we go through all these different results. How often is it lost by submission?
Yeah, not often anymore. You don't see a lot of tap outs anymore.
No.
I mean, unless we're watching UFC, but even then they just put them to sleep.
Yep.
Right. Now, the next one we had Phase 5 Movado versus Congo Kong with Jeremiah Goldmain in his corner. Not just Jeremiah, he also had Big Daddy Getty in there.
Yep. And
I mean, that's a lot of tall going on there.
yeah, dude. And I said, I don't like those two together as a tag team. Just call it big motherfuckers. It'd be sweet.
Right. It's not often you see someone stand next to Congo Kong and they've got to look down at Congo
yeah,
Kong.
dude. That's what I was telling Danny before the show. And I was like, holy smokes, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Big Daddy
Well,
Gaddy's tall as holy shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
So,
if
are you
ever
getting
got a
it now,
chance to see
Cody?
Big Daddy Getty, he is about as tall as Danny when Big Daddy's sitting down.
That's
Just to give you an idea.
Right. But didn't Goldmain get like slammed around by Congo Kong after the match because Kong lost?
Well, I hadn't gotten to that part yet, but yeah,
Well,
Kong lost after Congo Kong. Movado was able to trick Congo Kong into punching Big Daddy. And then while Goldmain was dealing with the situation that almost happened from Big Daddy getting in the ring against Congo Kong, Movado was able to get the pin on Congo Kong. And then Congo Kong, I've said that too many times now, then he was able to, he beat the snot out of Jeremiah Goldmain.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Now, and he didn't know what was going on. He could barely get to the back to the locker room. Took like 2-3 people to carry him back there.
So now, are you a believer in Phase 5 now, Cody?
Well, yeah. I bought a Phase 5 Movado mask.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, he's jumped on the wagon now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Again, fuck both of you. Now, the match, not the, I would, one of the match, dude, it was such a great card throughout the whole night, and the vibe and the crowd and everything. It was such a great time that it's really hard to pick just one match as the best match of the night. But, this was a really good match. There's 2 out of 3 tables. Josh! Get the tables! Or the doors.
Yeah, get the doors!
Them 2. Stop smoking. That's bad. Anyways. I'm working the joints, man. I'm working the joints.
There you go.
So if Guru can run an entire wrestling show, you can do a YouTube channel, dude.
Shut up, man. You're supposed to be on my side, bro. The hell? It gets fucking hard to find good help nowadays. You know
But he
that?
ain't lying.
That's why you're left with us.
Son of a bitch. So we had Justin Pilgrim against Dread King Logan in a 2 out of 3 tables match. What's that mean? They have to put their opponent through dos tables, two tables, two tables.
Yep.
Or doors.
Now,
What?
doors.
Fucking
One.
stupid.
Door.
Who went
Doors.
through table one? Door. Who went through door one? You got me doing it now. Who went through door one?
Who went through the door?
Yeah.
The Dread King.
Dread King. It took him 3 tries to get those doors were so thick.
Yeah.
It hurt.
That's what she said.
Never you though. So door number 2, that's when the Dread King was able to get Justin Pilgrim through door number 2. Door number 3, who went through door number 3 for the win, Cody?
He's gonna make you say it.
The Dread King. But
No.
yes, he went through the door.
Door number 3 was both of them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So it was a no contest. But it was only because Pilgrim had help from the reunation. Why would you say that? I'm no
The
English.
reuniting.
Them fuckers, right? Reuniting, okay, of the Purge. You heard it.
Every night.
The Purge is
Purge
back.
night.
The Purge is back.
Now, earlier when we got the Faceless back, people started to Purge chant, and I was yelling at them, it's not the Purge, it's the Faceless.
Yeah.
And then we got the Purge back. There was a little kid. I wish you would have I should have pointed them out to you so you could get video of them.
Now, hey, wait a minute. Don't forget the no contest. Guru came out and brought out
Guru
another
came
door.
out with the 4th door and said, this is going to keep going.
Right. And that's when the Purge came out and then beat up the Dread King and put him through the door
Right.
and won.
So, Justin Pilgrim and the Purge did win. But
Damn it.
when that alarm went off, when it went, there was a little kid that lost his mind, and the entire time that the Purge was out there was just sitting there going, it was fantastic.
So I want to clarify for Colton here right now. I want to clarify for Colton. What happened
All right.
was Dread King went through the first door. Justin Pilgrim went through the second door. They both went through the third door. The third door, they end the match in no contest. The Guru's music hits because he is now the commissioner of Total Chaos Wrestling. He says, we don't end matches like that around here. He brings out a 4th door. They restart the match. At some point there, the Purge reunites. Kevin Calloway, Sean Tyler, and Justin Pilgrim are now back together as the Purge. Not the Faceless, as the Purge. And then beat the dog snot out of the Dread King Logan and put him through the last door.
I mean, he tried. Logan put up a fight, but
There is no try, goddammit.
3-on-1.
Well, one more door. And we all started screaming, one more door. It was a good time.
Yep.
Now the last match of the night, Danny boy.
Corporal Robinson beats
legend.
Peter B. Beautiful and Chuck Stein in a shit ton of glass death match.
Now, all right. They said shit ton of glass. They advertised shit ton of glass. And I'm like, okay, so, I mean, I've seen a lot of glass at Horror Slam before. So what's it going to be like? A lot of light tubes? And no, it was not a lot of glass.
Right.
It was not an ass load of glass. It was not a boatload of glass. They hit boatload of glass, and then they brought out 2 more big, huge crucifixes of light tubes and a literal kiddie pool full of broken glass. That
And
was a
2
shit
sheets
ton
of glass. Don't forget
and
the 2
then
sheets.
they brought out 2 plates of sheet glass.
Right.
They brought out a Taco Bell shit ton of glass. We need to be sponsored by
like
Taco
a
Bell now.
McDonald's, a McDonald's double cheeseburger.
Yes. Well, so Peter B comes out first, gets on the mic, and says that Corporal Robinson took the money and left. So he does like an open challenge type thing, right? So, and Chuck Stein's music hits. He comes out, hey, let's do this one last time. Chuck versus Peter B. Well, then Corporal Robinson's music hit. He comes out, talks some shit. They get in the ring. They have a fucking death match. That tempered glass, though, would not break for fuck all. Dude, I don't know how many times they threw each other through that glass.
They slammed Peter B got slammed on the glass and it did nothing. Corporal Robinson had to jump on Peter B, who was on top of the glass.
Yeah, it was, but overall, great night. Very good night. I mean, some of this is what I'm going to say about this show right here. That I think that this organization did everything right for this show. You had a flyer, you had match announcements with graphics, not all at the same time.
Chairs.
But let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the beginning. So we got flyer, match announcements with graphics, right? And not all at the same time, not all dropped the same day, over time. And then you have promos. Again, not all dropped at the same time, dropped over a period of time. And not just one or two promos. We're talking a lot of promos. Justin Pilgrim, the Dread King Logan, Shauna Reed, Hannah, Miss Hannah, that's a Hannah. Who else cut promos, man? There was
Mavado,
Guru,
Freedom
Ramsey.
Soul Taker.
So not just one or two promos. Not a promo that somebody just decided to do. Like the whole show seemed like it was organized to promote the event. And I think, in my honest opinion, it worked because there was a lot of people there and everybody had a blast. The crowd was hot all night. It was a great atmosphere. Everybody enjoyed what they were watching. There was no BS other than telling Neil to shut the fuck up. I mean, that was about it, But that's
a good time,
right?
That's a good time.
So, I mean, overall, I can tell you this to give you the best way for me to put it to anybody, as far as whether or not, I would rate, Total Chaos Wrestling or whatever. I already contacted him. The moment I got home, I contacted him to purchase my ticket for the next show. Even though they're not on sale. I didn't know they weren't on sale. I thought maybe they were. But I messaged Total Chaos Wrestling and asked, when are the next show? When are the tickets going to go? So if that tells you anything about where I'm at, as far as whether I believe Total Chaos Wrestling is legit and here to stay, that's it right there, because I'm willing to spend the money to go back. And let's talk about the fact that the ticket was only $10. Okay, let's talk about the value for my dollar. Right? Because there's a whole lot of value there. First of all, Mavado. There's your $10 right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you got Congo Kong. Then you got a death match. Corporal Robinson.
How much money did they spend in doors?
Yeah, right.
How much did they spend in glass?
Chuck Stein, Corporal Robinson, the Dread King Logan, Justin Pilgrim making his return. The Purge reunites. I mean, for $10, you cannot complain about that. You cannot complain about a show like that for $10. It can't happen. If you complain for a show like that for $10, you seriously need some help.
Now, I got a question for you, Cody.
Oh boy, here we go.
Did you say you're already purchasing your ticket? Are you buying the base ticket, or are you doing the meet and greet with Enzo's gonna be at the next show?
Why do you ask me such questions?
Really, I was just trying to bring up the fact that Enzo is gonna be at the next show.
Actually, that's not even a question.
Okay, well, hey, listen.
Spend the money.
Here's the deal. I talked about it earlier today because, as we so pointed out yesterday on our way home, that we forgot to do Road Rage, which if anybody that's watching or you watched previously.
Wait.
What?
Y'all forgot to do Road Rage.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if you're not in the car, it's a pretty happy situation.
I was gonna say, see what happens when I don't go.
But so we forgot to do Road Rage, and so when I woke up, I did like a little live video talking about it. And so yes, I will pay the $10, and then I will also pay the $30 for the meet and greet. What is with the meet and greet? Here you go. Ready? You get an 8x10 signed by Enzo. You also get a selfie with Enzo. So there's that. And then if you would like an additional autograph, it is $10. So for
That's
$40, you can get an 8x10, a selfie, or an 8x10 signed, something else signed, and a picture with them, plus the ticket of the show. And we already know M.I.W is the number one contender, or not number one contender, but number one seed in the tournament for the championship.
I mean, the Purge doesn't come back at the debut and not be at the second show. We're going to be seeing the Purge.
Yeah, for sure.
If that's not your ticket right there. Like you said, M.I.W is a ticket. The Purge is a ticket. Enzo being there is going to be a ticket. So you've got 3 tickets already, and it's not for another month. It's the day after their first show. I'm excited for their second show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited for show. And so now that brings us to this special announcement that we have, right? We got exclusive. Yeah, I got this information from one of the promoters today. They sent it to me. They were like, hey, listen, we're going to give you guys this exclusive thing. We already have a match announcement for September 5th. And it's a big deal. This, I want to, before we even get to it though, September 5th, that show, the ticket's only $10 again.
Tell us.
$10. That's it. Okay. With this first match right here, and knowing Enzo's going to be there, NZO Amore, former WWE superstar, right? With this match right here, you're going to see why it's not only worth it's worth more than $10 in my opinion. But right here, here we go. You ready? Are you ready? That's right. Peter B is going to take on Mickey Knuckles in an intergender death match. Not only that, fans bring the weapons. So
Josh.
Golf bag.
Well, that's if everything survives after the 15th.
Right.
I mean, a steel pipe might have a bend in it, but I can still bring a bent steel pipe.
Right. So I will tell you this. Mickey is a deathmatch legend. All right. She's had, she is the only female ever to be booked for multiple King of the Deathmatch tournaments. All right. She's had runs in CZW, Chikara, JCW, and TNA. And also IWA Mid-South and countless other indies throughout the country.
Now,
we're talking another deathmatch legend coming to Michigan to take on Peter B.
And that's $10.
$10.
That match right there is worth $10 without NZO Amore.
We spent more than $10 at White Castle on the way home than we did for the tickets for this show.
I spent more on a M.I.W mask than I did the ticket.
You went to, was it just off the main road?
Right. Yeah. Well, hey, funny story. Hold on. Story time. Pull it up. Here we go. You ready? Story time.
I was going to say the same thing. Dude.
Yeah, story time. So it's like, I want to go to Popeye's Chicken. Oh, I want to get a Popeye's Chicken sandwich.
Or Popeye's so damn bad.
So we get to Popeye's, right? And we're sitting there. And we're sitting there. And we're sitting there. And we're sitting there.
Not exaggerating, 27 minutes.
Finally get up to the thing. And we're sitting there. And we're sitting there. Hello? And we're sitting there. Hello? Yep. Left there, and then we found a White Castle. Pulled right up, got our food, and on our way we were.
Okay, so here's the moral of the story.
Don't listen to Josh.
Never let Josh pick where you eat on the way home.
White Castle was a good call.
This
I
time.
messed up the order. I got 2 free burgers.
this time.
Did they have her stuff in there?
They did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She just it was underneath the fries and everything. So she was
Oh.
looking underneath the fries. She found her burgers, but I got 2 free White Castles.
Yeah. $10,
That was
dude.
worth it.
All right. $10 though for a ticket for this show coming up, man. You can't, dude. I'm telling you. That's some stuff.
Yep.
So tickets are going to go fast for this one. Make sure to scroll down in the description where you will find the link to Total Chaos Wrestling's Facebook page. We've reached out to them personally, and we were told to keep watching that page for when tickets become available. We have to work for the info just like everyone else. So good stuff. And it's now that part of the show where we give you, the viewers, the opportunity to ask us questions. Okay, I guess we're moving on. Nobody's doing their parts. So these guys are
I
fired.
thought you had gone to the
All right.
Yes.
They're fired. Everybody's fired. Okay.
They gotta be about they have to be about pro wrestling.
Oh,
so they
well,
can't be about why I look so beautiful, why Danny has to hide his head underneath the hat, or what Cody has just 2 more inches to the left of that camera. It's got to be about wrestling. Well, I mean, to be fair, 2 inches to the left of the camera is just more wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
But it has to be about wrestling.
Okay. When we come back. All right, so legit wrestling questions. I don't foresee a lot of questions.
Oh, you know
anyways.
what? Colton
You already got one from
reminded
Colton.
us about Tommy V
Yeah.
versus Jimmy Lloyd.
Yeah, you know what's funny is he keeps asking me about that, but bro, I already told you, dude. I already talked to Dre, and we made sure that he's got your size in, and we made sure specifically that we got that one like I got that says "and still," just so you can, you know who's the champion, right? Just so you know. And hey, let's also point out the fact that your boy has 2 matches that night. He's going to be at Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling. And I believe, isn't he wrestling Tommy Valentine?
Ooh.
Let me double check.
Yeah. So your boy's going to be tired. If I'm not mistaken, he's at Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling that same night.
He's in Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling against Jimmy Lloyd.
Jimmy Lloyd. That's
Jimmy Lloyd.
Jimmy effing Lloyd, dude.
Yes.
That's
Jimmy freaking
No.
Lloyd.
Asshole Pandemic's on the 14th.
Is it? Oh, so he's got
That's
Lloyd.
Friday.
So he's
he'll
got
be
Lloyd the
facing
day
on Friday the
before.
14th.
Yes,
Ah,
he's gonna be sore. But you know what? Listen. All right. He goes in that match against Jimmy freaking Lloyd, okay? The next day, he's got the War Boy.
Yep.
If he loses,
The biggest hyped match in the state of Michigan in the
if
last
he
3 years
loses
that all
to
I
the
can know of.
War Boy, does he claim it was from the night before?
That's a pussy way out. You know that. I know that. And I don't think Tommy V's like that.
I don't
At least
think
I
so.
hope he's not. And then I really boo him.
Now, I completely agree with Colton as far as all reigns do come to an end. But
Not on
there are
15.
a lot of people that think that they're going to be the one to end a reign that aren't.
Yep.
No, you know what? I like Tommy V. But I think that we're going to be seeing War Boy with the title.
I
end
know.
of that
I don't
match.
think. I know.
I'm still
I have
planning
faith
for
in my War Inc.
something special
brothers.
for 2
They're
years
they're
if
my
that-
brethren. I don't know about y'all, bunch of posers, but whatever.
I'm
Jabronis.
sorry. How many War Boy shirts? I mean, how many Dre Jacobs shirts do you have?
2.
I got 5.
Well, that just means
Why
he
is
know-
that, Josh?
he just knows how to get
Because
you
he
to spend
has
money.
3 X's, But yeah,
He just knows how to get you to spend money. But anyways, let's see here. Question. I answered that one. Best death match you have seen in person. Well, Josh has seen way more death matches than all of us together. So, what was your favorite so far that you've seen?
I would have to go with honestly MM3 versus Jeff King for the Horror Slam Championship. That last Horror Slam before everything happened. That was insane.
Right.
I've never seen Jeff King on the brink of death before.
Hey, would you consider the barbed wire brutality match a death match?
Oh yeah. In my mind, anything where there's enough blood, that just becomes a death match.
That would
might not have been the goal, but
right. The barbed wire brutality match between Dre Jacobs, Jeff King, and DBA. That was pretty lit. That was pretty lit. Jeff King was pretty. That razor wire got him in a couple good places. There's a couple spots where he come onto that barbed wire like it was ropes. And
Hey,
the
Guru say he's got some 3X.
well, if I knew that, I would have bought one last night.
Oh, damn.
That's it. We got to get us a couple of them.
Oh, let's see
Is it
here.
made from cotton or from hemp material? Because if it's
Good
not,
question,
that's a
Guru.
missed opportunity.
What's wrong if it was hemp?
No, I'm saying it should be made out of hemp instead of cotton.
I was gonna say, man, you're about to talking wrong, motherfucker. All right. Anyways, do you think TKO will get a lot of people coming as it was so great, and everyone that went is talking about it? Do you think they will be a promotion to be reckoned with? Absolutely,
Hands down.
hands down. And I'm going to tell you. And again, it goes back to everything that I said previously: flyers, match announcements, promos. Those three things in itself make me want to go. It doesn't. They don't have to have Enzo Amore. They don't have to have Congo Kong.
Not for $10. $10 is. I have gone to worse shows for far less. $10 ticket. I'll go. I'll check it out. You already have me going because of stuff you announced the day after on a $10 ticket. If they told, oh well, this time it's 15. Cool, I understand that.
Absolutely, I'd
because
understand
we got Enzo
that.
coming, it's 20. All right,
I'd understand that too.
it's not.
Right.
It's 10.
Right.
I loved going to Blue Water Championship Wrestling. You know, I love that's what got me hooked in indie wrestling. And when they had big people, those tickets were more and more expensive. The last show they did was the women's show. That was a $25 ticket.
Right.
I went.
I would absolutely have to say, and again, I'm a fan. Okay, I'm not a booker. I'm not a promoter. I'm not a trained wrestler. So I know where my opinion holds weight. And my opinion holds weight with the fans more so than it does with other promoters and wrestlers. So as a fan to another fan, I would tell you this is a good show, and yes, you should pay the money.
But you know what? You guys hyped it up so much. I was like, yeah, I'm going.
Right.
Because unfortunately, I wasn't able to make this one.
Right.
But yeah, I was talking about as soon as they go on sale, I'm buying mine.
That it's everything I expect from an independent wrestling show and more.
I would like to make a comment on what Colton said. Colton said XICW does all that stuff great, and they do. And I know we're supposed to be kind of impartial, but if we're being honest, Cody, what's your favorite promotion in the state of Michigan?
XICW.
Danny, what's your favorite promotion in the state of Michigan?
XICW.
Mine's XICW. And for a show to have a debut show and you're instantly putting them anywhere near the category of the best promotion in the state of Michigan says a lot. You're saying, okay, well, yeah, XICW does the promotions. XICW does the flyers. XICW makes the match announcements. They do. They've been doing that for 19 years. That's why they're the best promotion in the state of Michigan. But now you're talking about someone that you're putting them in the same breath. I'm not saying they're at the same level, but they're also one show in compared to 19.
Right. And
they're
doing a whole lot more when they want to. Let's be perfectly honest, Josh. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but let's be perfectly honest. They're doing a whole lot more now after first show than 75% of the promotions in the state do.
Right.
You know, I have said it 100 times, and I'm going to say it 100 more times. It is absolutely frustrating to me to see that there are not promos coming out for shows. It drives me absolutely batty. And here's why. And it's not because I expect anything. I don't think I'm special. But it's easier for me to help you promote your show with promo. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'll still promote your show, but if I got content to put out there and put a story behind it, that's the key. If I can bring a story into my show about your show to get people to go there, I'm all about it, dude. And I'm not going to ask you for anything. That's where I'm at with it. I'm not mad or anything, but like I just the promo game is like, you know what I mean? And then it's like we need to bring that up, man. Let's get that bring that up there. What we got?
Colton says, we love Dre Jacobs, but I think Tommy is in his head. When have you heard, or when do you hear Warboy talk this much about a match? Now, I don't know if that's a good thing to be in the head of Dre Jacobs.
Because which head are you in?
That's where the Warboy lives, is in his head. That could be a spot you get in, and you may never come out.
And he now has control of that. He said that. He can turn that on and he can turn it off. He can listen to him. And there's times where he lets it just take over. And when you see him before he walks out of that curtain, that's when Warboy comes out. And it's
you know what? Listen, when I did my 5 minutes of fame and Dre Jacobs was doing the interview and then Warboy showed up for just a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was in my house. I was in my house.
Yeah, but you were the dummy that asked him the question about Tommy V and Jeremiah Goldman the last time they were on.
Well, you know what? As someone who relates, I know that sometimes when you can get there, that's where the fun starts.
This guy, you hear this guy? This guy. I tell you, any more questions there? Okay, so we're gonna start wrapping up the show, but good show. Again, man, I highly recommend that you guys keep your eyes on TKW, Total Chaos Wrestling. If you want to follow them, go down in the description. They currently only have a Facebook page. Horror Slams horror information is also down there. They have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They do not have a website yet. As soon as Total Chaos Wrestling gets more stuff, we will add that. We are going to add them to the independent. I'm going to sneeze. Independent promotions.
Bless you.
In the state of Michigan. I knew it was coming. I felt it. But anyways, in the state of Michigan on our Facebook group, so that way you guys know where everything's at. If you didn't know that there is there is up at the top of the Facebook group, Michigan Independent Weekly Group. There we have at the top of our group. There are what are they called? They're not pin file. There's something else now. Announcements. And in the announcements section is a file that has all the Michigan indie wrestling promotions. Not Renegade. FYI. All Michigan independent non-Renegade promotions.
No outlaw.
No outlaw. All right. So, and there is that. We also, before we get out of here, we have to thank our sponsors. I know we did it in the beginning, but we got to do it again. Happy Harper Ice Cream, Mr. Smiley down there. Yep. Make sure you head over to Happy Harper Ice Cream on Facebook. You ever going to get a website?
No, probably not.
What?
Yeah. Because if shipping was cheaper, I'd do a website. But since I can't really do.
Well, what about when you get a physical location? You're going to need a website, bro.
I'm looking at a physical location that might be happening a lot sooner than I thought.
Well, then if you get a physical location, you need a website. At least a page.
Yeah. Something.
I want to sell ice cream.
There's a reason why you guys keep me around. You know this, right?
Listen, I want to sell ice cream. Can you imagine walking through the door and I'm what you see right from the beginning? I'm gonna sell some ice cream.
You're gonna sell something. I don't know if it's gonna be ice cream. But anyways, don't forget, down in the description is a link to our Podbean where you can listen to our audio content. There's also a link to get 30 days free of unlimited hosting on Podbean. That's why we're on Podbean, because we like unlimited hosting, because we just have so much content. Speaking of content, tomorrow we will have Jeremiah Goldman and Tommy Vendetta here, because they were supposed to be on tonight, but unfortunately Tommy Vendetta had to cancel at the last minute because he had something come up. But we're having him on tomorrow, and we're going to talk a lot about being the champion over there at Horseland and his upcoming match with Trey Jacobs, because we've heard about him saying things over at other organizations, and we haven't been able to listen. So instead of waiting, I'm going to just, make things happen as per the usual, and we're going to find out what he's got to say. All right. Yep. Of course, Tuesday is M.I.W at 6:30. That's where we're going to tell you about the 4 shows coming up next weekend.
Right? We're going to go over the golf bag.
And we're going to go over the golf bag too. We're going to pull out the golf bag and over the weapons that Josh is bringing.
Hey, Josh, I found the pickaxe.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
I have
then
not
go Minecraft on.
I have not scheduled an interview for Wednesday. I may have to start reaching out to some people and see what's up, but I need to do that. And
I'm
then
open for an interview.
I don't think it's going to start this week, but we're going to have some new content coming soon. And we're going to I've already talked about it on a podcast, so we're going to drop it right here. Mr. Danny Beals over here, the man, the real deal heel, Danny Beals, is going to take his own little adventure here. He's also going to continue to do M.I.W and Rasslin Rage, but he's going to start doing something we call the cheat sheet. The cheat sheet is going to be his podcast where he's going to interview the bad guys. He's going to talk to the bad guys about being bad guys. He's going to talk about being bad guys. So look for that coming soon, and very, very soon, something I'm calling Booze and Booze. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. What are you thinking I'm doing? I'm watching independent wrestling while drinking alcohol. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to pick different alcohol. I'm not going to drink the same stuff every time. I'm not going to drink like Bud Light every night. And it'll be something different to try and just come in and watch an independent wrestling match. And I'm going to do it live, and you'll be able to watch it with me, and you'll hear me and see me. And it'll be just like somebody that's playing a video game but watching wrestling. So it's going to be a good time. And I'm hoping to bring on some special guests to drink with me. Josh, you don't drink very much, do you?
I can drink when the occasion hits. Rum, whiskey. See, I don't drink beer. I drink rum, whiskey. Yeah.
Well, I know Danny doesn't drink, so I would never ask him. So, but, maybe I know a certain redneck rock star that's not that far. We get to Billy Ray in here. You just never know. I heard one Dread King Logan maybe wanting to do something like that too. So
please don't have Dread King Logan in St. Clair County.
Oh, he'll be here tomorrow.
Ah, you suck.
No, he won't. I'm just joking. But
they're going out for dinner and ice cream.
And ice cream.
I've never heard ice cream said so menacingly before.
And ice cream. We already talked about M.I.W on Tuesday. Don't forget, all the links to all things Rasslin Rage and M.I.W are down there if you want to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. There's also links to a couple playlists of M.I.W as well as interviews that I've done or we've done. You can click that and watch all of them. There's like 100 of them. It's a lot now. That's not, that doesn't even include the interviews that I've done during live shows, like in the past with Jungle Boy and other people. Yeah. A lot of people don't know I interviewed Jungle Boy. Audio kind of sucked, but hey, it is what it is. And then again, we have Rasslin Rage t-shirts, prowrestlingtees.com/Rasslin Rage. There is a link down in the description for that as well. You can just go there, or if we have, they're over there. I was going to show them. We also have M.I.W t-shirts, and we had one medium. I have to save it for Elijah Magic because he's got the magic. I've got the magic. Oh, sorry. But he's got to. He wants that. So we have a couple 2X's and larges left. So let me know if you want a T-shirt. $20, and we will be at XI on the 15th. I'm not sure if we're going to be at Pro Wrestling All Stars or not. So good stuff.
How about blunts and bumps with the Guru?
Ooh, that's a good one. I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
Hit
All
the
right.
blunt, hit the mat.
So, any last words before we get out of here, Mr. Danny Beals?
Be cool.
Bitch, be cool.
You saw my blinker.
Right. What about you, Josh? You got anything you want to say?
Don't be angry.
Shut the fuck up.
Be excellent to each other.
Just talking about Shaft. No.
Did you say
What?
you want? Did he say you want?
I'm
Shaft?
out of here. I'm out of here.
He's talking about Shaft. Next thing you know, he's gonna be busting out the baby oil. He's gonna be fucking posing like Shawn Michaels with a belt.
I think we're talking about different Shaft.
He's white. He don't know.
Who's white?
I'm gonna have to sit you down sometime. And
Josh is white.
No, you
at least I
don't know
who
Shaft.
Shaft is.
I know who
There you go.
Shaft is. It was a joke. Oh my god!
Uh-huh.
Woo!
You
You
don't know Shaft.
I know who Shaft is.
Bitch, if I said something about the General Lee, you'd know what it is.
Knock knock, motherfucker! Don't you just wait? You just wait. Oh. All right, we're out of here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow at 6:30 for Tommy Vendetta and Jeremiah Goldman, and then also on Goldmain, and on Tuesday at 6:30 for M.I.W, and Wednesday for an interview because I don't know who it's going to be yet. But hey, we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night. Don't forget R2YouTube.com. The letter R, the number 2, YouTube.com. Peace.
It's going down.
This is Rasslin Rage.
Do it now.
This is Rasslin Rage.
Scream it out loud.
This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.
It's going down.
This is Rasslin Rage.
Do it now.
This is Rasslin Rage.